Hello student. So after completion of the CNS or the central nervous system, let's start the autonomic nervous system. So autonomic nervous system, or that is also called the involuntary part of the nervous system, which controls the all the functions of the body by automatically. So the name is given, that is the autonomic nervous system, and the organs, effector organs which are present into that the autonomic nervous system, that is the smooth muscle, then the cardiac muscle, then the glands and the blood vessels. Then the effect of the autonomic stimulation, that includes the changes in the rate and the force of contraction of the heart. Then the second one, that is the stimulation or the depression of the secretion of the gland. Then the third one, that is the vasoconstriction and the vasodilatation, and next to it, that is the bronchoconstriction and the bronchodilation, and next to it, that is the secretion of the salivary gland, digestive gland and the endocrine glands. So these are the effect which is done by the autonomic nervous system by the stimulation. Then the autonomic nervous system, it should be divided into that the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So the sympathetic nerve, both sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, they are structurally and functionally both are different. The sympathetic nervous system, it is act under the stress, and because of most of the contraction of the organ that should be occurs, and the parasympathetic nervous system, that is act under the relaxation, means that is the relaxation of the organs that should be occurs. So let's see, that is the details of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So this is the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, and each division, this is sympathetic nervous system, this is the parasympathetic nervous system. Each division has two different neurons in its peripheral pathway between the CNS and the effector organ. So here brain and the spinal cord, that include the CNS, and these are the ganglion, and that is the nerves, peripheral nerves. So they act as a effector organ. Okay, so that consists of the two types of the neuron, that is the preganglionic neuron and the postganglionic neuron. So the cell body of the preganglionic neuron is in the brain or the spinal cord. So that is the cell body that should be present into that the brain or the spinal cord, and the axon terminates synapse with the cell body of the postganglionic neuron. So that means that is in the autonomic ganglion. So here you can see that is the chain of the autonomic ganglion which is present on the both lateral side of that the spinal cord. So the preganglionic neuron, that the cell body is present brain or the spinal cord, and here that is the nerve fibers, they should be present into that this ganglionic chain, and here that is the cell body of the other neuron, that is called the postganglionic neuron, that should be synapse to forming that the ganglion. So that is, so the axons terminate synapse with the cell body of the postganglionic neuron in the autonomic ganglion outside the central nervous system. The postganglionic neuron conducts the impulses of the effector organ. So here the preganglionic neuron, that should be cell body present into the brain and the spinal cord, and their nerve fibers that should be present into that the ganglionic chain. And the postganglionic neuron, the cell body that should be present into that the ganglionic chain, where that is the synapse should be occur, and the nerve fibers that should be supply to that the effector organ. So that is called the preganglionic neuron, which is present into the brain and spinal cord, called the preganglionic neuron, and the postganglionic neuron, that is called from that is the ganglionic chain to that the effector organ. So let's see, that is the sympathetic nervous system. So this is the sympathetic nervous system, and the neuron convey the impulses from their origin in the hypothalamus, reticular formation and the medulla oblongata to the effector organ and the tissue. the first neuron has its cell body in the brain and the fibers extended into that the spinal cord. Then the preganglionic neuron. So the preganglionic neuron, you know, that should be present, the cell body that should be present into that the lateral column of the gray matter of the spinal cord between the level of the first thoracic and second third lumbar vertebra, and the nerve fibers of this cell leaves the cord by an anterior route and terminates in one of the ganglion, either the lateral chain of the sympathetic ganglion. So here that is the lateral chain of sympathetic ganglion, or it passes through one of the prevertebral ganglion. So here you can see green color, that is called the prevertebral ganglion. That is the prevertebral ganglion, green color, this one, 1, 2 and 3. So the acetylcholine, it act as a neurotransmitter to passes the impulses from brain to that the effector organ. So the lateral chain of the sympathetic ganglion. So here you can see that is the lateral chain. So these are the chain of ganglion which extends from the upper cervical level to that the sacrum, and the chain which is present both lateral side of the spinal cord. The ganglion are attached each other by the nerve fibers. The preganglionic neuron that emerges from the spinal cord and may synapse with the cell body of the postganglionic neuron at the same level, or they may be passes up or down to the chain through one or more ganglia before synapsing. Then the structure supply only the sympathetic nerve and passing that the impulses by the acetylcholine and some adrenaline, and the non-adrenaline act as their neurotransmitter. They have therefore effect of both sympathetic and the parasympathetic supply. So first seen, that is the prevertebral ganglion which is present into that the sympathetic nervous system. So there are the 3 prevertebral ganglion situated in abdominal cavity close to the origin of arteries. So here you can see that is the 1, 2 and 3 green color ganglion. First it is called the colic ganglion, second it is called the superior mesenteric ganglion, and the third it is called the inferior mesenteric ganglion, which are present near to that the arteries, branches of the arteries of abdominal aorta, that is the colic artery, the superior mesenteric artery and the inferior mesenteric artery. So here that is the sympathetic nervous system and its function. So the sympathetic nervous system that is arises from the T1 to that the L3 spinal nerves. So the nerves, spinal nerves which is arises from the T1, it should be passes from the spinal cord and goes upward direction and enters into that the superior cervical ganglion. And as it goes to the superior cervical ganglion, so it is supply to the pupil of the eyeball, that means the iris muscle. Then second one, that is supply to the blood vessels of the head. Third one, it is supply to the salivary glands. Fourth one, it is supply to the oral and the nasal mucosa. And fifthly, it is supply to the skeletal blood vessels. So from the T1 spinal nerve, that should be supply to that the 5 structure. And as it is supplied to that the 5 structure, so it should be act as a sympathetic contraction. So in relation with that the iris muscle, it should be occurs the pupil dilation. Then second one, that is the blood vessels in the head, so it should be occurs the vasoconstriction. Then in case of the salivary glands, it should be occurs the secretion of the gland that should be inhibited. Then the oral and the nasal mucosa, it should be secretion of this is also inhibited. And the skeletal blood vessels, this one, it should be occurs the vasodilatation. So this sympathetic function which is done by the T1 spinal nerves. Then the nerves arises from T1 to T4. So here that is the T1, T2, T3 and T4. So here 1, 2, 3 and the 4. So the spinal nerves which are arises from the T1 to T4 that supply. So here you can see that is the heart, then the coronary artery of the heart, then the trachea and the bronchus. So here you can see. Then as it is supplied to this organ, so it do this sympathetic function related with the heart, that is the heart, and the force of contraction related with the heart that should be increases. Then the coronary artery, it should be occurs the vasodilatation, and trachea and the bronchus, it should be occurs the bronchodilation. So in this way, that is from the T1 to T4 spinal nerves, they should be act its sympathetic work. Then the nerves arises from T5 to T12. So here you can see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So here you can see that is the blue color fibers. Okay? So the fibers comes out from this spinal nerve, it should be passes into that the colic ganglion. So here you can see that is the colic ganglion that is present near to the colic artery, which is the branch of the abdominal aorta, and then it is supply to stomach, then the intestine, then the liver, then the spleen, then the suprarenal gland. Okay, and it can forming or it can performing the sympathetic function. So in case of the stomach, here it should be occurs the peristalsis of the stomach are reduced and sphincter are closed. Then in relation with the intestine, the peristaltis and the tone is decreases and the vasoconstriction. Then in case of the liver, that is the glycogen should be occurs, means that is the glucose conversion is increases. Then in case of the spleen, that is the spleen should be contracted. And in case of the adrenal gland or the adrenal medulla, that is the adrenaline and the non-adrenaline secretion into the blood, it should be increases. So in this way, that from the T5 to T12 spinal nerve, that should be act as a sympathetic function. Then the superior mesenteric ganglion. So here you can see the superior mesenteric ganglion that coming out the nerve fibers from the colic ganglion. So here you can see that is the blue nerve fibers, they should be comes out. Some fibers that is directly supply from the colic ganglion to that the organ, but the one nerve fiber that should be goes into that the superior mesenteric ganglion, and it is supply. So here you can see it is supply to the large intestine and the small intestine. So this one. So as it is supplied to the small intestine and large intestine, so here it should be occurs its sympathetic function, that is the peristaltis is reduced and the sphincter of the small and the large intestine, they are closed. So that is the function which coming out from the superior mesenteric ganglion. Then the nerves from the L1, L2 and L3. So here you can see L1, L2 and L3. So this one, blue color 3 spinal nerves. So it should be forming that the inferior mesenteric ganglion. So here you can see, and from the inferior mesenteric ganglion, it is supply, where it is supply, that is supply to the cecum here, then the kidney, then the urinary bladder, then the sex organ and external genital organ. So here you can see that is the fiber coming out from the inferior mesenteric ganglion, and as it is supplied to this organ, so it perform the particular function. That is in case of that is the cecum and the large intestine, it occurs the peristaltis is reduced and sphincter are closed. Then in case of the kidney, the urine secretion is decreases. Then in case of the bladder, the smooth muscle wall relax and the sphincter are closed. And in case of the sex organ and genitalia, generally that is the vasoconstriction that should be occurs. So in this way, that is, this is the total sympathetic nervous system, and this sympathetic nervous system, it act as under the stress. Mean most of region, that is, it occurs the contraction, and because of it should be act under the stress. So this is the sympathetic nervous system, in which, that is, the T1 to L3 spinal nerves, they are takes part, forming that the sympathetic ganglionic chain, and from this, that is the prevertebral ganglion, that is the colic, superior mesenteric and the inferior mesenteric ganglion, it should be forming that the three structures. And from this region, that is the nerves fibers are come, they should be supplied to that the different visceral organ. So in this way, it should be control all the organs which contract during the function of that the organ. So that is the sympathetic nervous system.